Hi, this is Dr. Dan Purser, danpursermd.com. Welcome to my Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Facebook Live. Tonight, we're calling it the 20 Reasons Why You Need to Get a Cell Science System Intracellular Micronutrient Assay. It's not really called a intracellular micronutrient assay, but I call it that. It's really called a CMA, or Cellular Micronutrition Assay. But it's the same technology that I've used on a lot of you and on myself over the years, that intracellular vitamin, mineral, amino acid thing. This one's just off the charts better, 3 times better actually. And I'm going to go through all the reasons why, what all it can do. Some of you have seen my posts, you already know what the first 5 are, and now you know what the next 5 are, but we'll go to the last 10 also. Across from me is Brecken.
Hi.
You're dressed comfortably tonight, you said.
Casually.
I was like, why did you dress that way?
Apparently, I am wearing a beanie, and it's casual and comfy to him.
Is this casual Sunday? I didn't know that.
It's called it's winter, and it's cold outside.
It's really cold outside. Well, it's not cold like Wisconsin or Minnesota cold, but it's
quite cold.
It's cold. Well, yeah, it's like 12 degrees, yeah. So it was nicer today than it has been. So how are you doing tonight, Brecken?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Are you ready for this humongous, important, crazy Facebook Live?
I am. I'm ready.
Have you picked the giveaway yet, or are you going to do that later?
Well, the giveaway, we're gonna keep announcing it and addressing it, but it's not gonna be announced till the 15th of February.
Oh, so we got 2 weeks.
You got about a week and a couple days.
Yeah.
You guys got time to enter
days.
still. Still got time.
9 days. You could go to Disney World and back in 9 days.
I guess
You
so.
could almost drive a bicycle there if you're close enough. Okay. And right here by me, kind of spread across from me, is Jackson, who runs everything. How you doing, Jackson?
I'm doing good.
Do you have a nickname? Can we call you Jackie or Jacko or Jackie Jula or something?
Yep, all those are my nicknames. Yeah.
What? Why don't you, instead of picking a nickname, why don't you play that little thing you got?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Thumb harp? What is that called?
Sure.
What? Our theme song. That was supposed to be the Star Spangled Banner, actually.
Was it not? No.
It was. What was that? Was that Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
Same as always, yeah.
We change it up sometimes.
Put a little
You have
bit
been
of
known to
rhythm
do
on
that.
it. Mm-hmm.
Would you practice on the Star Spangled Banner while you're sitting around at your work?
I will not, no.
I know you sit around a lot. I see you out there sitting.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, you are busy while you're sitting, so I'm teasing you. So, okay. Well, I know you guys like me to just dive right into this stuff. You don't like me to dink around or chill out or joke with the kids, and they are kids. So let's do it. Ready, Brecken?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brecken's my genial co-host.
What is genial?
It means you're supposed to be funny, lighten up a little.
Oh.
Okay, this intracellular CSS, which stands for Cell Science Systems, CMA, which stands for Cellular Micronutrient Assay, this is the reason I like it. It's cheaper, faster, more accurate, still the same technology, less failures, and more test results, 100 than a SpectraCell micronutrient panel. There it is.
Wow.
I can just drop the mic, we can go home.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not done. Okay.
What do you mean it's better?
Well, intracellular data first is better than serum levels. That's number one, by the way, on the list. In a lot more accurate and informative than serum levels. And I've been looking at them for years. They are a lot more accurate. You can have a high B12 level, and in reality, you can have a low intracellular B12 level. That's a problem.
Yes.
Or folate, or zinc, or all that. So because your genetics will block your absorption of certain key substances into your cells, and we got to figure that out and figure out how to go around that. Then we look at your genetics. Okay, number two.
Number two.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, you go first.
How do your intracellular levels or deficiencies indicate your genetics?
Okay, so intracellular deficiencies often indirectly indicate genetic SNPs or errors. That's number two. For example, Folar 1 and Folar 2, which I threw into the list, are genetic plans that we have in our body for folate receptor type 1 and folate receptor type 2. Humans in America, well, I don't know about dogs or cats or whatever, but anyway, in America, Americans tend to have a lot of folate 2 errors. We can't absorb folic acid very well. Folic acid came along later in the human experience, and that gene plan seems to be newer in our body. And a lot of us here in America can't handle folic acid. We can't absorb it. We can eat it, we can chew it, we can digest it, we can get it into our bloodstream, but it goes nowhere. It just sits there.
Yeah.
Until you donate blood or you have a period or whatever. And it can get even kind of toxic on you. So, yeah. So, also genetic errors cause a certain pattern of deficiencies that are very apparent, especially MTHFR, fibromyalgia, which is NAT2 actually, and AT2. And other errors are really obvious when you see them. If someone is, I call them virgin spectra cells, maybe they're not taking any vitamins or they haven't in years.
Yeah.
And you're getting kind of a clean look at their deficiencies. Okay, number 3.
How does this test help figure out fatigue? And
That terrible fatigue
Yeah.
that all these people call me about, and they're really suffering. It's weirdly probably the number one thing I see. Who knew I'd hit my age, my golden years? Well, it's not that golden, but more like my lead years. And lately it's felt pretty golden. We'll talk about that in a little while. And they've been suffering from this for the last, I thought, umpteen months or so. Sometimes it's 17 years.
Sometimes it's years, yeah.
Sometimes it's 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 20 years. And it's probably just a vitamin deficiency or a mineral or amino acid deficiency.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, yeah, it's just
Super common.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, you don't have weird adrenal things going on. You have vitamin deficiencies.
They all play hand in hand. It's crazy.
Statistically, it should be that. It's the number one cause of death in all previous human beings in the world.
Fatigue?
You get malnourished.
Oh.
And then you have immune system problems, cancers, other things that can take over.
Makes
But really,
sense.
the root cause would be malnourishment.
Yeah.
And we get malnourished too.
All the time.
Diets are not perfect, especially in America.
Yeah.
I don't think they're perfect anywhere, though.
Yeah. But
That's my knowledge.
You look at genetics, and everyone has things that are causing blockages
Tons of
or
errors.
malabsorption.
The
all day.
2003 Human Genome Project, it was completed in 2003. It wasn't until about 2005, 2006 that they started to figure out the person they had chosen had a lot of genetic errors. They were shocked. So all this stuff that we talk about, the methylation errors, all that, it's all from gene 1. They're really on about gene 4, moving to gene 5 now. That's all they've looked at. Most of these errors come on gene 1. That seems to be the main gene that our bodies are designed from.
Yeah.
Gene 1. Okay, so vitamin deficiencies will cause fatigue.
What
Probably the
about
number one symptom.
anxiety? That's another big one that we deal with all the time.
That's number 4. Yeah, we deal with that a lot. That new onset crippling anxiety that suddenly began 2.5 years ago, or 4 years ago, or 12 years ago, or more like 2 years ago. We know why that is. But it could be from an intracellular lithium deficiency, or I should add, an inositol deficiency. Inositol is a B vitamin. Lithium is a supplement that you need. And people with genetic errors for anxiety anyway won't absorb lithium properly. So you need to give them a lot more so they can push it through and absorb it more correctly. Though when they treat people with lithium medically, it's 400 milligrams twice a day. And when I treat people for a bad lithium anxiety or lithium deficiency, it's 20 milligrams twice a day. And it's the lithium orotate, which is just a natural form of lithium. This test can find it, and I get rid of so many cases of bad anxiety.
Yeah.
Number 5.
What about depression? Kind of sometimes.
Same thing, same boat.
Yeah.
Most of my patients are like, the psych meds were terrible. They didn't help me. I felt horrible. I felt worse on them. All that. I hear that all the time. And it's because it's not the problem. You have a vitamin deficiency. There's your problem. There's your root cause. Remember, in 1998, Stanford did that big study. It was published in the October 18th edition, 1998, of JAMA, the supposed Bible of modern medicine, of Western medicine. And what they found in that study, they interviewed more than 1,000 patients, actually 1,005 patients, and as they were leaving their doctor's appointments, and what they found is that 69% wanted more natural options and were not being given them. If they repeated that study today, what do you think it'd be? Flip it, 96%?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what most people think. Most patients I tell that about that study. They want natural options. They want root causes dealt with. Well, this is as root causes as you get. This is in your genetics, and we can do something on genetics here in the near future.
Yeah.
So number 6.
What about low testosterone or libido or hormones, that kind of stuff?
All the time. Probably one of the main reasons I see men in my office because they have low testosterone.
Yeah.
They're like, the testosterone they gave me didn't help. I felt sexier a little bit, but I was so tired and exhausted, I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get with my wife and my girlfriend or whatever, and it's terrible. And I have ED and all this. And I'm 32. I'm like, whoa, what? Yeah, and then when I check their vitamins, they're terrible.
Horrible.
They have horrible vitamin deficiencies. And you know what? 9, 12, 18 months later, problems resolved. It takes a while for that and hair loss issues. This is the main test. I didn't even put that in here about hair loss. I guess
No,
I
you
should have,
didn't.
but I could go on. I could have gone
For
50
days.
So, yeah, but it can take a while for you to deal with those deficiencies. That takes at least 100 days. Though you feel it within 2 or 3 weeks if you really hop on these. And this test comes back in 10 days, not
That was great.
not
Someone
4 to 5
was
weeks.
asking
Some
that.
was
I was
longer,
going to ask
yeah.
you. It's a super quick turnaround. That is the
Yeah, and
craziest
you
thing.
can really get on stuff, especially if you're really suffering.
Yeah, you don't have to wait a month.
The problem is I'm flooded.
Yeah, we're trying to work on that.
Yeah,
though.
we're trying to figure out a way around it. We're going to talk more about that. We'll have a plan here soon. I'm trying to automate it. We'll have a robot that
Just say, here you go, here you go, here you go.
take these. We'll email you a list and get on them right away. No explanations. Just take
No.
them. Okay, I know you guys like me to explain why you need them and how many to take. Okay, so but yeah, low testosterone, low libido in men or women. If they're 32 and have a super low testosterone, that woman, no, that's not right. That's wrong.
Yeah.
And I consider a 13 or a 12 or anything under 30 to be bad. In men, I consider anything below 600 to be significant. If it's below 200, it's horrible.
Real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah, and it may not just be vitamin deficiencies in the below 200 set for men. It could be other issues, or it could be just really, really horrible vitamin deficiencies. So you're looking at 6 months, 18 months to flip everything around and get to really feeling good again.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7.
Number 7, what about, you kind of mentioned this fibromyalgia.
Yeah, that's a pet project of mine. I love helping with fibromyalgia. Look at that Facebook page, In Fibromyalgia with Natural Options, and get a better idea of what I do, what we do. So we check, this test checks molybdenum, boron, glutathione, copper, and I might add zinc levels. And those are the big 5 you want to check for fibromyalgia. There's just a number of reasons why. Mostly it's metallothionein, copper, zinc, metallothionein support. Google that. Go to PubMed and look it up. Match those words to it. Copper levels, glutathione, boron, molybdenum, zinc. They're all critical to the function of the copper, zinc, metallothionein. And I've seen every fibro patient I've checked so far with this has a seriously bad molybdenum level. Some have boron level too.
Yeah.
And most of them have a zinc and glutathione level. Perfect. Great. And they have low copper too. So low intracellular copper is a problem because that means your serum levels are probably really high. And that's what's causing your muscle pain, nerve pain, chronic inflammation. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So, okay. Number 8.
What about premature ovarian insufficiency or failure?
So that's younger women who think they're in menopause. Really, you're 28, and your doctor told you you're going into menopause. Something's just way wrong with that picture. Or you're 38, or you're 43, and your mom went through it when she was 52. Your sisters went through it 10 years later, yet and you're tired all the time. Get a clue. It's a vitamin deficiency. Oh, are we getting a lot of questions?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I distracted him.
Sorry, I'm just blabbering on here.
No, you're good.
So yeah, so the ovarian insufficiency or ovarian failure, don't buy it. It's unless you've got a damaged pituitary and show the trauma of it, or your ovaries got hit with a baseball bat really hard. We've had some kind of surgical or car motor vehicle accident trauma. It's probably a vitamin deficiency, especially if you're tired all the time. And even if you had those traumas and you're tired all the time, it still could be a vitamin deficiency.
Yeah.
So, yes, and guess what? Because I did this test on me about 8 weeks ago, and I feel really, really exceptional now. Listen to me. I should be home in bed. I'm like ancient. So, watching TV, eating my pudding.
He's had a lot more energy recently. It's
I
been
know, and
kind
I'm
of.
really happy. I feel good.
We get scared around the office. We're like,
But I'm
oh,
taking literally 2 baggies full of vitamins every day.
Baggies.
Well, yeah, I don't want to bring a giant pill tray up here every day.
He just rattles when he walks, and
Yeah,
we know
my
that it's his
back-
pills.
My vitamins. I just gotta choke them down by some of the morning ones I do at breakfast and at lunch, and then my afternoon, evening ones I do from about 4 or 5 o'clock on. And that's with working out and everything else. So I feel really good. My workouts have gotten really easy. I don't hurt. I don't. It's just crazy what's been happening to me.
Kimberly Matthews said, "Is he drinking his camel milk?" It's been a while since we've talked about
Wow,
camel
where'd you
milk.
pull that one from?
I still have that little mug in my apartment.
Oh, you have the
Yeah,
camel
I should
milk
probably
mug.
bring that in,
Could
yeah.
you bring it in so we can
Yeah,
put
it's
it
got
up
to
here
go on the shelves.
on the
yeah.
wall of shame?
It was too expensive to continue
The wall
ordering the
of
camel
shame.
milk.
It was a joke, you guys.
He was going broke. He had to buy it in bags from Egypt.
Yeah, I bought some. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Number 9.
Ooh, big one. Type 2 diabetes. No, I skipped one. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, you
sorry. I
did.
got way ahead of myself, guys. Hypothyroidism.
Yeah,
what
because
about that
I
one?
see super low zinc and selenium levels. And if you have those 2 for sure, it can cause you to appear to have hypothyroidism when in reality, you just have vitamin deficiencies causing your hypothyroidism. I think a lot of people have this. I see a lot of pseudo hypothyroid cases that are like, no, you have a horrible selenium deficiency, Melba.
Yeah, that was me. I'll say I was one of those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, your name's not Melba.
I'm not Melba, but I was one of those cases.
Your name's Brecken.
Thank you. I'm glad you remembered. What's my last name?
Squid.
He doesn't know my last name. I'm his daughter, and he
I can't
doesn't
remember
know.
that guy's name who married you.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ashmedorf.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I just made that up. So, okay. Yeah, so you deal with those deficiencies and your thyroid slowly begins kicking in and working correctly.
I think this is a good point. Someone just mentioned something. I don't mean to interrupt, but she said, can taking too many supplements hurt your kidneys? She said she was taking a lot of vitamins and supplements, and then her lower back started to hurt, and the pain went away. This test is really good because it shows you exactly what you do and don't need.
Yeah,
There's so many.
I'm gonna stop everything else
Yeah.
for those 2 bags. Yeah. My kidneys. I'm drinking a ton of water right now, trying to flush all those yellow vitamins out.
Yeah.
And yes, I do pee all night, and it's just getting really annoying. But I'm committed to do this for 100 days.
But this test is good because, like, so many people think, oh, I need to take vitamin D, I need to take quercetin, I need to take all these things, when in reality, you might not need those. So that's why
Right.
this test is great.
It'll show. It actually has. So in the antioxidant redox challenge section,
Yeah.
the 52 intracellular values at the end of the second half, they look at also lavender and frankincense.
Yeah, a
because
lot
they're
of-
major antioxidants.
Yeah.
Until you have a low lavender or antioxidant component in your blood.
Reactive,
in your
yeah.
blood. Isn't that weird?
It is.
I think it's cool.
It is super.
I know I was showing that to someone high up with a certain company we all love, and that lady was like, "Whoa, this is really cool."
Are we going to show a sample report?
I have them ready here
Okay,
if we
cool.
want to. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do that in a minute, but we
Yeah,
will show
post
sample
those
reports.
Up, yeah. So okay, number 10, the diabetes.
There we
one.
go.
It's got to be type 2 diabetes, not 1.5, not 1, but type 2 diabetes that's come on really slowly and annoyingly. It's probably a vitamin deficiency. It could be zinc, chromium, oleic acid, B12, and others. They'll cause an insulin receptor dysfunction. Think of insulin receptors like little Mercedes engines hundreds of them on each cell. And if you have, you're missing oil, that's the oleic acid. And it requires a lot of oil. That's both olive oil and fish oil and omega 9s. So, which helps your brain too, by the way.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a B12 deficiency. That'll cause you to appear to be diabetic when you're not really. I get probably 2 or 3 diabetics a month, so not a huge number, but they all have the same problem. Most of them, we just correct their vitamins and it goes away.
Yeah.
And it's just weird.
I saw something interesting. This was off topic, but 80% of people in the United States have metabolic issues with their blood sugars.
Right.
And so it's probably all those B vitamins and all those things you just listed that we are going to spike up, and it affects how you feel. It affects how you sleep. It affects your energy.
Right.
It's the vitamins. It's crazy.
Right. Oh, it's probably the Disney cupcakes.
That'll do it too.
I just can't.
That is.
People mail them to me. It's better than cream spinach.
Who's mailed the Disney cupcake to you?
They all do. All my fans mail them to me all the time.
You get
right?
cookies sent to you all the time.
Let me give you my address in case you don't. No, I don't want my neighbor getting them.
That's
you can send them to the office addressed to me. I'm fine with
We'll
that.
taste test to make sure they're safe.
No,
We're
I
his
don't
poison
want your
testers.
bite marks on my Disney cupcake. So if you're in Orlando, because I can't ever seem to get down there, but if you're in Orlando and you happen to run across a Disney cupcake, mail it to my office and we'll inspect it for you. Make sure it's safe. We'll send you back the part that survives the testing. Okay. 11. Yeah, I talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, all that. Definitely improves it. I think you can almost resolve most of the symptoms with the work we've been doing with that. Who knows? I haven't treated tons of cases, less than 20 using this process, but they've all gotten better. So, hey, we never did get our guy on to interview.
I know. I need to follow up with him. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, make it a point to do that this week.
I will.
The worst, 93 pounds, thought he was dying. He was dying.
Yeah.
And now he's normal. So, and I wonder what hell he fell into with ulcerative colitis. So, okay, number 12.
PCOS. How does it help that?
Polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's known to be intertwined with MTHFR. Go to PubMed, look it up. That's a common European genetic error, which most of you have. It can block absorption of B12, folate, serine, glutamine, zinc, etc. That's the pattern I see with MTHFR. B12, folate, serine, glutamine, zinc deficiencies. Dealing with these intracellular deficiencies is critical to increase and normalizing your thyroid. And I just saw a typo in there. Your thyroid and, your thyroid and progesterone output and resolving the insulin resistance when you have PCOS. Think about everything I've talked about before. Your progesterone, your thyroid, and your insulin resistance can all be related to vitamin deficiencies. And these genetic errors will cause certain key vitamin deficiencies and make you have PCOS. They don't know the cause of PCOS, but that's what I found. And I know it's anecdotal. Still, I probably treated 200. Strictly anecdotal. So, okay. Endometriosis. That's number 13.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the crazy, horrible, painful periods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost always tied to MTHFR. I haven't seen a case that's not. It's like PCOS, and also I tend to give them a lot of progesterone to begin with. Hopefully, we can get them off of that later when they make their own. Same thing like testosterone. Eventually, they'll make their own. Good nutrition in equals good hormones out. I've said that 100 times. So
that's always it
on videos. So I would fix the vitamin deficiencies, and I think you should get a big improvement in your endometriosis symptoms. So number 14.
This is a big one you see a lot. Infertility.
Yeah, I do, because they're IVF failures, or they don't want to spend the money on IVF. They're hoping I can help. You fix those vitamin deficiencies, and they get pregnant. Read my Google reviews. You'll see tons of them. Several of them on there that are all about that, because I helped them them and their husband get pregnant, but we dealt with the vitamin deficiencies first. You cannot get and maintain a pregnancy with bad vitamin deficiencies. Not going to happen.
And that's for men and women, right?
That's for men and women. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, 85% of Young Living distributors, I think probably not 85 or 90% of my followers have MTHFR. Whether you know it or not, there's a reason you follow me. Trust me, you probably have MTHFR, either suspected or you know you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got to deal with those deficiencies to get pregnant and maintain a viable pregnancy.
What about postpartum depression? That kind of
Same. Babies suck the life and vitamins right out of you. And you can have bad vitamin deficiency before conception, start off all wrong. And then by the time you're done, let's say it's your third or fourth baby and you were exhausted when you got pregnant, and then you enter this hellish world of vitamin deficiencies, low progesterone, you can't get happy, you think you're going losing your mind, you're so depressed, suicidal, all that. That's bad postpartum depression. Again and again and again, I see it, and it's massive numbers of vitamin deficiencies, and the antidepressants can help you maintain your sanity for a few weeks, but now with this test, 10 days later, we'll know what your deficiencies are. If you have bad postpartum depression or know someone who does, tell them to get this test, either see me or some other doctor who they get the test from, but get the test, call our office and get it.
Yeah.
16, insomnia. Did you think insomnia? That's probably kind of funny. I should have put hair loss. Same thing.
You can make that be a same thing.
Well, if you got hair loss, you're gonna have, as a woman, you're gonna have insomnia.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna be fretting about it all the time.
I was like, I didn't know
You're gonna be
those
depressed
connected.
So no, if you have bad vitamin deficiencies, it can prevent you from entering REM or restful sleep, and you can fix it with some prescription that's horribly, highly addictive, and it will make you crazy trying to get off of it. Or hopefully find out a natural root cause, i.e. a vitamin or mineral or amino acid deficiency that's causing it. Inositol deficiency could cause that. There's so many things that could cause that. So normally just correcting the vitamin deficiency, people weirdly say, that bad insomnia habit's gone away.
Yeah.
I wake up happy, I wake up whole, I wake up feeling really good. This is incredible. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be that way with SpectraCell. It's going to be even more so with us. This is such a much better test. Not that SpectraCell was the best we had.
Yeah.
It's the best available for decades. So, okay. 17.
What about brain fog?
Brain fog? Yeah, I hear that a lot.
A lot.
Bad brain fog. CoQ10 deficiency. Could be a B12 deficiency. It could be a combination of bad vitamin deficiencies and bad hormone production. Just a lot of different things can impact that brain fog. But I'd say I've had horrible brain fog with CoQ10 and or a pantothenate deficiency and a calcium deficiency. I've had so many weird deficiencies over the years I've caught with the SpectraCell. Now this test. This test I did it and a SpectraCell on me. And on my wife too. I'll tell you my results. I had 2 deficiencies and 4 borderlines on SpectraCell. I had the same 2 deficiencies plus 7 more on this test, and 12.
A ton more borderline.
Yeah, 12 more borderline. It was hard. So I'm literally taking 21 vitamins. I don't take them every day because some of the borderline stuff I'm taking 3 days a week.
Yeah.
But
and you can find them in food sources too.
I'm eating too much already because I'm trying to eat. I can't take these vitamins on an empty stomach. So literally, I carry my baggie of vitamins around. You guys laugh at me when I see me walk by. I look like Santa Claus carrying a bag of vitamins.
You do.
I'm going to deliver them to the poor little malnourished Americans out there.
To yourself.
So, yeah.
What about memory loss? Does that go hand in hand?
Yes, it could be Alzheimer's disease or something crazy like that. But your vitamins, good antioxidants, can help you prevent dementia. Lots of studies showing all that. But yeah, it could be a PQQ deficiency, and this test actually checks for that.
Yeah, that's
which
cool.
is insane. So that's why, and I think it's common because so many people feel so good on our brain support product.
Yeah.
So
for so many reasons.
Well, they have a CoQ10 deficiency and a PQQ deficiency. I mean, let me read this last little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there were 20 Now they're 19.
No, because your first point wasn't. we changed. You can add hair loss. That makes number 20. He numbered
You guys
it
are
wrong.
monkeying
I
with-
fixed it.
You're
He
trying to
numbered
make
it
me feel
wrong.
crazy, aren't you?
He
Like
made
I
it
have
1,
dementia.
3, 4, 5.
You know
he
I'm
skipped
already at
2.
risk for dementia. Now you're going to play into that.
Oh,
This is
boy.
a funny little office
You forgot
joke,
hair
isn't it?
loss. That's all.
Okay, whatever. Hair loss. No, memory loss. That's what you're trying to convince me
no.
of. And then you can bring another doctor in, and I'm gone.
Bye.
I'll be
Adios. Ciao. Just kidding.
okay. Finally, having no vitamin deficiencies, like where I feel like I'm almost at now, can give you really an amazing quality of life. I feel so good. It's crazy. You feel great, maybe for the first time in decades. I know I did. And I've been doing spectral cells on me. I didn't know they also had 2 amino acid deficiencies and alpha ketoglutarate deficiency and a really bad boron. That explained my weird fibro symptoms I started developing about 5 years ago. So I've had a boron deficiency for freaking
years.
5 years. Yeah. Ugh. And it's really incredible to feel this good every day. Every day I feel really good. I don't get tired, don't need a nap. I can buzz through the day. I'm laughing, I'm teasing patients. I'm joking with you.
He's
I'm
harassing
calling
us.
your mom names, stuff like that. Okay. I'm kidding. And teasing you about your vitamins. Like the ones with vitamin C deficiencies, you know what I like to call them?
What?
My scurvy patient.
Oh, yeah.
You're just a scurvy lass.
Scurvy
Or a
lad.
scurvy lad. And they don't like that, I think. But that's the price you pay for having a vitamin C deficiency. So, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like I'm 23, and I'm really like 7 times that. So, I'm old.
Oh, my.
I'm crusty. Okay.
Do we want to show any of the sample slides real quick?
I
Show
think it would be
'em.
good, yeah. We can show and
Show
then we
me
can,
crazy
and I
guy.
can ask him some questions.
Okay.
How
Can you
about
post
first,
them
let
up?
me ask you, how often would you recommend this testing?
When you need it. When your life's gone haywire, when you feel really bad, sad, tired, exhausted, things aren't working right, hormones feel weird. You'll know it when you need it.
Yeah.
I'll struggle, I'll fight it. I won't get it on me, and I'll be like, I'll try. So I never quit taking my vitamins. Like the stuff I found 20 years ago, I'm still taking 1 or 2 a week because of those. These 21 things I've got, good grief. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. Some sanity's going to have to take hold eventually.
So you guys can see it on the screen there. This is the
Is that page 1, the CMA part?
CMA. You can see there's like vitamins, minerals, amino acids. That's the first page. And
48 numbers, not
Yeah.
36 like on a spectrum.
and this is just the first part.
Yeah.
So this is a sample report. You can see the reds are insufficient. That means you are deficient. You're not just borderline. You actually have a deficiency.
Yeah, when you peg it at 140, you're really bad.
Yeah, we've seen that.
So these guys have less failures, more accurate, and better test results. They worked at SpectraCell.
Yeah.
So, and they improved the technologies dramatically.
Yep. It's super cool.
And then page 2.
Yeah. And you don't
It's not
need-
really page 2, but it's
It's a
the
couple
next-
pages in, yeah.
Yeah, it's the next set
It's
of
nice because they lay out each deficiency and what you should take for it and how to address the deficiency.
And
Dr.
then I'll
Pusher.
correct on.
Yeah,
I'll correct you.
he'll
on
give you,
those.
and there'll be interactions that he might have to address you on, that kind of stuff. That's why it's always good to talk to your doctor because sometimes vitamins do counteract each other. So it's good to know.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
Which ones?
there's a couple
Yeah,
actually.
tell me.
Oh no.
Vitamins, not so much. It's there are certain drugs that can be more affected by certain supplements, but for the most part, it's all pretty safe.
Okay, good.
The vast
I was-
majority. Yeah.
There are vitamins though, but
I was just making a point to Brecken because
He likes
I
to-
usually pulled that one out.
no, that's facts,
In
man.
fact, that'll affect drugs, maybe, but not.
There's vitamins that interact with each other too.
Well, they interact in a good way.
Yeah.
So you're eating a steak and the vitamins in it are starting to
I eat a
fight
steak
each
and I
other?
get so sick, and I'm B12 deficient. I don't know what's going on with me. We gotta talk later.
You have a meat intolerance.
I do have a meat intolerance.
Okay, you need to go full vegan.
Not again.
Okay. So, okay, keep going.
Are
Show
you-
the next page.
I just put up the
So that's a
antioxidant.
antioxidant redox challenge. That's a really cool test that looks at glutathione. So the guy freaked out when he realized we have patents on both those. Also looks at lavender, frankincense, PQQ, and a lot of other things. Looks at 52 different values. there's so many. I was out on so many. I thought I'm gonna go for the top 10 or 12. I need to fix. I'm gonna check that later because I cannot literally take anything else. I just take my glutathione every day, but that was good anyway. My sod glutathiones were through the roof, actually.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Wonder why.
Oh yeah, man, it's critical. Yeah, if you're glutathione's so critical right now. It's so antiviral, especially with. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna say it, but it's a big deal with that particular problem. So, and you guys get me. Don't write it in there. Don't say. So we'll all be nuked. Or someone will come and threaten me. So,
oh my god. This antioxidant panel is really interesting. The first time I looked at it, I was kind of confused because it says no significant response, reactive, and then highly reactive or protective. Sorry.
Yeah, that means the highly protective. You need it.
Yeah, it means you are not making it, so the cells aren't. They're absorbing it super fast. So they separate your white blood
cells into 52 different little test files, and then they challenge them with.
Yeah. And it's like 3 times. It's super cool what they do.
It's
amazing.
Really cool. Yeah, it's a great technology.
Yeah.
And it's the addition of all these compounds is what
makes it special.
Yeah.
These are
resveratrols on there.
SpectraCell didn't have this much
it didn't have
information.
Any of that,
so it's really cool because we get so much more of a snapshot of how you actually are. It's really cool. Super informative.
Any questions?
There's quite a few. You don't need to stop taking your vitamins before taking this, right?
No, it won't change it. And it takes 100 days to change these. So if you stopped them 100 days ago, we might get a better idea. But I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah. This is a blood test, correct?
Right. It's a small tube. If you get both tests, the full simoleon, the full 100 data points, it's 2 little tubes. They're not bad. They're like this big.
Yeah, it's like the SpectraCell basically again.
No, it's smaller. The tubes are half the size.
I guess, yeah. I'm looking through these comments to see what we've answered. How much is this test?
Yeah, it's for the whole 100 data points. It's $550.
Yep.
For the CMA part, the 48 vitamins, minerals, amino acids, it's $400.
And for that one, you have to call our office to order because on our website we only have the full panel. We do recommend if you guys are going to buy this test, buy the test and book your appointment. That way you have time already with Dr. Purser booked out to talk with him because he's booked out until about end of March. So
yeah, and we'll send you the test.
Yep.
With needles and a prescription if you needed to get it drawn. That won't really help much. And hopefully you have someone in your church, your neighborhood, your cousin, a friend who's at the hospital, a veterinarian, someone who could draw these 2 little tubes. Then you got to take it to the right FedEx.
Yeah.
There's only one FedEx in your area.
There might be multiple, but you got to find one that goes overnight and goes to the airport. They call it hubs.
Your local airport. Yeah, the hub. Look for a hub.
Just give them a call and see if
you got to plan in advance.
Yep.
Yeah, give FedEx a call.
Always.
Have you tried that?
Well, you can stop by too.
Stop by is the only. I'd say stop by a FedEx near you and ask where that FedEx is.
You have to do a little bit of prep work before you do your test.
Yeah,
always.
and kind of schedule everything out and get your blood drawn, then get it over there. And FedEx it goes overnight to Orlando.
No, it's Texas again.
No, they're in Florida.
Oh,
the guy told me they were in Florida.
They might be in Florida.
I talked to them at great length.
Yeah.
You know that. But
Microgen's Texas. Sorry.
Yeah. Great length because they were, they're in Lubbock. Great length because I was trying to figure out how'd they get their hands on this technology and why were they doing such a good job with it. So.
Yeah. This is a good question. She says, vitamins, why are we deficient in these vitamins? What's the root?
Could be dietary, nutritional, probably more genetic than anything.
Yep.
Certain gene errors. Remember Fuller 1, Fuller 2? If you have Fuller 1 or Fuller 2 SNPs or genetic errors passed down from your ancestors, you will not absorb folate correctly.
Yeah.
That's just one example. There's hundreds.
Yeah. That's why we recommend genetics. It goes hand in hand together.
Yeah.
They're really great.
So, yeah.
But a lot of people have genetics through 23andMe. You guys have done it. It's been around for years.
Yeah, if you've done the health and ancestry one on 23andMe, just get me a NutriHacker Complete for $37. Send me the imputed version. And I would love to see that. And then we can match it up with your CMA results.
Yeah. And guys, we're doing a giveaway where we are giving away one of these CMA tests. There are some things you have to do to be entered, though. You have to purchase $75 or more on physiciandesign.com. These are existing subscriptions as well, but you could buy a gift card where you do the test and you're going to figure out what vitamin deficiencies you need. You can buy one of our supplements after you figured out, or you can order bars to stay on date with your immune support. But that's how you're going to enter into winning this test, as well as an appointment with Dr. Purser to go over the results. So that's $750 worth prize, and we're really excited to give away because he loves being able to help people and give someone.
We're going to video that person before and
No.
after. I hope we pick someone totally horrible that they're just like, I'm
it's
dying.
going to be random.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
sorry. But it makes such a much better show when they're like,
yeah, but it's not a show. We're just trying to help someone.
I'm crawling along. I can't even function.
There are
And
quite a
I'm
few
glad
people.
I won.
And if you guys do purchase the test before the giveaway is up, if you do end up being our winner, we will refund you your purchase of the test. But just know we are giving away this test, so it's a great prize. As well as if you follow our Instagram and Facebook pages for Physician Design and Dan Purser MD, you'll be entered to win $20 gift cards for Physician Design. So super excited, super fun giveaways.
Who does the drawing?
I do, and Brad.
Can we trust
Randomly
you?
generated.
Yeah, we
It's
do
pretty
it
fun.
on.
I mean, what if your friends all
We got
win? Well, that'll
special
be
little
suspicious.
spreadsheets. Yep, all my friends are gonna win. No, we want to keep it very real. Keep it very, we make a
Maybe
spreadsheet.
Jackson's
It's really fun.
friends will suddenly win. No. Okay. Maybe my friends should win. Oh, these are all my friends.
Yes, these are all
listening
your
to me.
friends. You wish
Yeah.
they could all win, huh?
Yeah, I do. Oh, you know me, I'd give away everything if I could. So, okay. We got to pay the bills, though, I heard. Heard that loud and clear this weekend.
There's someone keep asking about gut issues. There's a lot of other content on gut issues, healing the gut. Check out our past Facebook Lives or other podcasts. We have tons of videos on our website and YouTube. Just look around, and I'm sure we'll talk more about it in the future as well.
Well,
Everything goes hand in hand.
Yeah, that's well. Let me apply this to that to gut issues. If you have a serious B12 deficiency that's really bad, like the fellow who had the bad Crohn's disease. I'm going to interview here one of these nights, or one of these afternoons here pretty quick. He was down to 93 pounds. I get 95-pound patients all the time, and they're not small people. They've lost all that weight, 120 pounds, 80 pounds, 170 pounds. No one can figure out what's going on. They said they have a idiopathic gastroparesis. Idiopathic means the idiots don't know the pathology. And I'm not calling doctors idiots. I'm just saying that's a Latin terminology for it. But it it means we don't know what the cause is. Then I pull up really severe B12 deficiencies, and it's been going on a long time. It can take a year of shots to get around the problem. They'll lose intrinsic factor. Look that up. B12 deficiency, intrinsic factor deficiency, and they'll lose the ability to make intrinsic factor. And they can't digest food or absorb B12. So you have to give it to them, a natural form of it, intramuscularly. So, or subcutaneously. Yeah, IM is how you do it. So, and it can take a year. I've seen 18 months to turn someone around. And that's like 2 or 3 shots of B12 a week. And they do it. They can do it at home. So, it can have a big impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it starts off mildly, or you've had this gut problem off and on, diarrhea, constipation for the last 12, 14 years since you were 14 or 15 or longer, and then suddenly it gets really, really bad. That's because your B12 deficiency got bad. Okay, sorry. Answered the question.
No, it's great. There's a lot of questions, but I'll make sure I'll go through and answer everyone tonight. And tomorrow.
You can't do them all tonight.
Yeah, not all tonight, but we'll get
I'm trying
through.
to look at them too.
That way we'll get through all your guys' questions and clarify things. But yeah, it's a really cool test. Super exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm already having fun with people doing it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Almost
automate
everyone.
it more because it is a lot of. You try and cover 100 points in 30
It's a lot.
minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gets hard. So we can do it.
Yeah.
We may have to do it in 2 visits. To get all the main ones, the main 50, 30 or 40 out of the way, and then go with the other ones, you know, a month or so later when I do a follow-up with you. So a lot of them you can figure out too.
Yeah.
So, okay, good.
It's awesome, guys.
Okay, here we go. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Now's a good time to make sure you don't have any vitamin deficiencies for whatever's coming. And it can really help your mood and your emotions and your strength and your endurance and your stamina. This is Dr. Dan Purser. God bless and go in good health.